Welcome back, everyone. Today we're gonna talk about Genesis 5, verse 22. And Enoch walked with God after he begot Methuselah 300 years and begot sons and daughters. The first phrase we have, Enoch walked with God, the path of intimacy. The Zohar explains that walking with God means continuous cleaving to the divine. Unlike others who lived long but mixed holiness with corruption, Enoch lived each moment in alignment with heaven. His daily life became a spiritual ascent. The Zohar contrasts Enoch with his generation. While others walked in corruption, Enoch walked in holiness, transforming ordinary existence into mystical devotion. His walk was not passive, it was an active initiation into divine mysteries, making him worthy to be transformed later into Metatron, the angel prince. The Midrash says Enoch was a man who turned from worldly pursuits and devoted himself entirely to righteousness. Some traditions, however, add complexity. A few Midrashim say Enoch would sometimes withdraw from holiness back into worldly ways, showing his struggle. God, therefore, took him early to preserve his righteousness. His walk was thus both intimate and precarious. The next phrase we have, after he begot Methuselah, mercy extended. The mention of Methuselah here is deliberate. Enoch's walk with God after Methuselah's birth means that the holy line had now secured its future. Methuselah's presence guaranteed the suspension of the flood, while Enoch's walk guaranteed the preservation of heavenly wisdom. Together, they embody mercy and mystery. The Midrash explains that Methuselah's righteousness shielded his generation, while Enoch's closeness to God inspired it. The two function as twin pillars, one holding back judgment, the other illuminating the path of holiness. The next phrase we have 300 years, mystical duration. 300 corresponds to the Hebrew letter Shin, symbol of fire, divine light, and the three pillars of the Sephirot, which is Chesed, Gevurah, and Tiferet. Enoch's 300 years symbolize that he embodied the balance of the pillars, walking as a living reflections of heavenly harmony. The Midrash sees the 300 years as a measure of God's patience. Through Enoch's presence, the world was given extra centuries of spiritual opportunity before descending into the flood. The last phrase we have, and begot sons and daughters, holiness amid humanity. Even though Enoch was wholly devoted to God, he did not withdraw completely from the world. He still fathered children, showing that holiness does not negate human life but sanctifies it. The Zohar interprets this as a model. The righteous must live in the world while remaining above it. The Midrash explains that though Enoch's children are unnamed, they were overshadowed by his spiritual stature. His greatest offspring was not biological, but spiritual. His transformation into Metatron and his role as a guide of souls. The Kabbalistic symbol behind the verse, ascend through cleaving. Walking with God, Enoch embodied constant alignment with the divine. Methuselah represents mercy. His presence allowed Enoch to deepen his mystical path. 300 years equals the Hebrew letter Shin, symbol of fire and balance of the three pillars. Children represents sparks. He sanctified family life while raising beyond it. Enoch thus bridges earth and heaven, rooted in human life, yet already living as an angel in the flesh. The lesson from the verse, Enoch teaches that a person can live in the world yet walk with God. His life shows that holiness is not escape but constant cleaving, turning even ordinary years into steps of ascent. That's it for today. Thank you very much for your donation. Be blessed, everyone, and I will see you on the next episode.